Hello. She's unmuted, but I don't know. Some
She's telling
difficulty.
she is not unmuted, sir.
Hello.
I'm calling her again, sir. Soumya,
Able to hear.
we are not able to hear you, Kanna. Unmute பண்ணிடுங்கம்மா. Unmute என்னடா speaker problem. Speaker problem.
Select just
Ma'am, ask her to come out and rejoin again.
Okay. Soumya. What shall I tell her?
Now can I hear you, ma'am? Can I hear you, ma'am? Hear me, ma'am?
Yeah,
Ma'am, ask her to.
I think she has a mobile and a laptop parallel. Okay.
Kanna, are you having a mobile and parallel the laptop parallel?
Yeah, mobile I have kept it away, ma'am.
Okay. Now you are all right. Please go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very happy morning to everyone. Hope you all had a great Diwali this time. Before I begin my presentation, a big thank you to God and my spiritual gurus for guiding me in the right path towards righteousness. And a very heartfelt gratitude to all the members, my dear family and friends who are always there for me, and to my MiDNA family and friends who are very supportive and who are there for me whenever I need them the most. And our first mentor, Ratnasamy sir, whose morning sessions are excellent. Each day there is a learning and a takeaway for us. Thank you so much, sir, for your excellent sessions. And I also thank Vijay ma'am for her excellent write-ups. Each day, her write-ups give a different perspective to all of us. Thank you, ma'am. And Suresh sir, Harish sir, and Jaya ma'am for being there for us whenever we need them, and also giving us tidbits of information which enhance our knowledge, GBP knowledge. And my dear mentors, dear Kritika ma'am and dear Vinodini ma'am, who has walked with me in this journey, GBP journey. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to each one of you, because each one of you has played a great role in my GBP journey and have learned many things from you all. And today's presentation will be a part of that. So, and here I am today to present my DDS 3.0 in front of you. Let's begin the presentation. This will be the structure of today's presentation. I have taken 5 children reports. First one is 100% effective, and second child is 80% effective and 20% cognitive. That too 20% cognitive in the temporal lobes. Child 3 will be 50% effective and 50% cognitive, and child 4 is 100% cognitive, and child 5 is 80% cognitive. In that 80%, 70% integrative. That is maximum number of these which I have seen in my GBP experience, and 20% effective. This child 4 and 5 are siblings. Now moving on to the first report, right? The parents came to me for 2 reasons. One is to understand which stream will suit their child, though it is little too early for them. They came for that reason. And second was, the child was getting little emotional. When they say something, she becomes emotional. So they wanted to know the reason behind this and how to correct this issue. So as you can see the report, she is 100% effective. They are always very adaptable, and they are like a clay who can be molded and unmolded pretty easily. But when they are hurt, they become very emotional as well. That was the reason behind why this child was getting very emotional in nature. Coming to the lobe-wise energy and adaptiveness, her prefrontal and frontal are very good, and her processing is also very normal, which makes this child a very thoughtful and intuitive as well. And the other lobe energies which are very good are like left parietal, which makes her hand-eye coordination very strong, because of which the child is very active in sports, yoga, and all the aerobic exercises. She does it with pretty ease. And she is a very emotional kid as well because of the right temporal, and this also makes her a good listener as well. But the problem here is the lobes which have least energy. If you can see, occipital has the least energy, so which makes her little scary at times when challenged. So a proper nurturing environment can address this issue, and giving her little more confidence and experience and exposures will help this child to grow as a confident person in the future. And also one thing, when she enters adulthood, prefrontals will become stronger, and this will enhance the visuals as well. So this was the suggestion which we gave to this child's parents. And coming to her learning part, as her energies are 76, neuron counts are 76, she is a focused learner, and her secondary grade has the highest potential, which has started seeing now because she has improved in her academics. She's in her 7th grade, and her academic performance have started improving now. Moving on to her sensory sensory potential, kinesthetics and auditory has the highest energy levels. So in her class, the teacher prefers this particular child to give all the projects, models, everything, because she does it with a lot of enthusiasm and creativity. She is very good in that. So this, as she is very kinesthetic, it comes out pretty easily for her. And as she is a right temporal is strong and the auditory is also very good, she learns easily from what she listens from her environment. For focus learners, always the timetables, a structured timetable will help them achieve great performance in their academics. Now coming on to the memory part of it. Her working memory and long-term memory are good, but sensory memory is little on the weaker side because of the iconic memory visuals, which are a little bit on the weaker side. But this can be improved over a period of time with experience and proper exposure to this child. And coming on to the subject preferences, if you see her potential and interest, and we also spoke to her about her interest as well, current interest as well. So based on that, maths, biology, vocational, and humanities is very good for this particular child. Now she enjoys maths and science. She gets good grades in maths and science. But what we also told her is, keep your options open. Don't just get into one stream, particular stream right away. We gave like 6, 7 options for her based on her interest levels and potential, like engineering, certification, yoga, or sports and nutrition related courses, which will be a good choice for her. And we told her that to come back to revisit when she is in 10th, so that we can decide on which subject she wants to take at that particular point of time. As the child is very affective in nature, their choices differs. When they get a good teacher, they will be drawn towards the subject. They will be emotionally connected with that subject. So we don't want to take decision right away. So we asked her to come when she is little older, like when she's in 10th, we can again revisit and take a call on that. And she, as her prefrontals are little stronger, she is into abstract sequential, and both the sequential thinking and random thinking are normal, which is very ideal for this child. So this child doesn't react impulsively, and all her processing speed is pretty normal, which is a good sign. And any service for these affective personalities, any service related profession will suit them better. Now moving on to the processing speed, she is 100% emulative. That is, she needs a very good tutor who can teach her and make the basic understanding stronger. So she needs a personal tutor who can address all her doubts patiently and give her better understanding of the concepts and give her good rehearsals, which will enhance her academic performance. And coming to the smartness profile, her people, body, music, and picture needs an improvement. This smartness profile is very important for a child point of view. As they are growing up, it's very important to tune the things which have little weaker energies, so that we can balance that and make a and reset Madhyama, as sir always says, to work on the lower things and balance their all the smartness profile, which is very good for childhood age. Like people, body, music, and picture are the smartness which requires immediate attention and homework from her. As she is into school athletics and yoga, now she's little comfortable with handling people. She goes for a discussion, strategic thinking, like how to make this work, how to move on for tomorrow's games, what we have to do. All those things she does, and she's able to understand the people's point of view and how they say. All those things are great now. And body energy, body, as she's working, doing exercises daily, consistently, her body smartness definitely would have improved. But here the pointer is, don't stop all your exercises and sports activities within the school limits. Please continue it even after school days. That's the suggestion we gave. And from a very young age, this child is introduced to music classes, which helps her in making her music smartness good. And for picture smartness, we suggested a vision board activity, so that each year she has to have one particular goal, and she has to write, and she has to keep it in a place where she can see it often, so that that vision smart will also improve. At the same time, her mind will start working towards achieving the goal. And once these smartness are addressed and homeworks are done, automatically the quotients will be balanced. And she is more of an analytical and introspective person as well. So she analyzes things and introspects to arrive at a solution to any problem. Next is, seeing her disk profile, it's a pretty balanced one, I would say. Like dominance, steadiness, and compliance are the highest, which makes her a collaborative person. She always prefers to work with people and always focus on their well-being, and she can drive them through growth. When she is also when her journey also move towards a growth, she will also take them along for growth. She is more of a goal-oriented person, and she enjoys learning technology to complete her task, and she prefers indoors to have more focus on her work. Coming on to the Riasic model, she is good in realistic and investigative, which makes her drawn towards athletics, yoga, and engineering as well. So I always told her to keep her options open and to move on. Let's discuss when she is at the right age. And her developmental and management skills are also pretty good, well balanced. This child, which makes her an INTJ, she will definitely achieve success in her career going forward, no doubt about it. But here the caution which we gave us, like converging, is little on the higher side. So she may be prone to fault finding. Fault findings are good in certain ways, but not always. That's the thing what we conveyed to her. And this is the sweet review of the child which she gave to us. Like, I'm Varsha, I'm studying in grade 7. I had my genetic brain profiling session with Soumya auntie, and the results were very accurate and helpful. In my report, the topics or subjects that I would really do good in were maths and science. And with regard to my performance in academics, it is true. The small yet major details in my report really helped to identify where I can improve. The report said I am great in yoga and athletics, and in real life, I do have interest in it. In my opinion, this session really helped. Now, moving on to the next child, her parents came to me for the same reason, for knowing which stream their child is suitable for. And another reason was she had this compulsive behavior of shopping and makeups, all those stuff. So as you can see, her profile, it's 80% effective and cognitive in the temporal lobes, which makes her do all these things. As sir always says, temporal, cognitive, definitely they will be having some compulsive issues. Cognitive will make them compulsive. So she is somewhere hurt, and to suit herself, she is undergoing all this. She is drawn towards this makeup, shopping, which will suit her. In a way, it is good, but being a conscious consumer and using less and organic, eco-friendly makeup items are even more important. Using that is very important because her age is she's very young to do all these things. That's the suggestion we gave after seeing her report. If you see her lobe-wise energies, as temporal is cognitive, it has the highest energy. She is a great communicator and a great listener as well. And her left prefrontal and right occipital holds the highest energy levels. As prefrontal is not completely developed, its potential hasn't come out really well now. But during adulthood, she will do pretty well. And she is a bold person compared to, she is a bold person, I would say. But where she is bold, where she is acting, her communication is pretty effective is within her family and friends group because of her moderate processing speed. Both her brains have moderate processing speed, which gives her little time to understand a stranger or time to understand people around her, new people around her, and she needs some time to get comfortable with them. But once she is comfortable, she shows her full potential out there. And even she anchors for her family get-togethers and family functions. She is pretty good in that. And also she loves to learn different languages as her temporal is good. She learns already Korean and Japanese from Duolingo. But she is little emotional as well because of her right temporal being the strongest. And coming to her parietal and frontal has the least energies comparatively. For that, what we suggested is like think before you act should be your mantra, because any impulsive behavior and doing something and regretting it later definitely is not going to help you. And you have to take care of your body. You have to do some sort of exercise or routine, some activity which will enhance your body strength. That's a suggestion which we gave for this particular child. And you can also see that left temporal and left occipital is good for this child, which makes her a vivid reader. She has her own library. She loves to read different journals of books. Okay. And coming to her learning part, as her energy is neuron count is 182, she's an accelerated learner. And her secondary potential is good. Which she is showing up already. She is good in academic performances, and it suits her to ICSE syllabus as she is an accelerated learner. She's pretty comfortable with that. Okay. And as temporal and visuals are strong, which makes her a sensory dominant kid, and she is high in auditory as well. She hates loud noises, but she loves listening to soft music. Always some music keeps playing in her background whenever she's doing any work or something like that. And for this kid, we suggested like taping her lessons. Like she already listens to many podcasts and documentaries, which she observes contents pretty easily through listening. So taping lessons and listening to recordings will work well for this child. That's the suggestion we gave for this kid. For her, working and long-term memory needs a little attention. The sensory memory is too good. To convert it into a working and long time, she needs a focus and many rehearsals to convert it into that. So to maintain a focus, we suggested audio guided meditation will help her in gaining focus, and it will also help her in planning things clearly. If planning happens properly, then she will start working towards a goal as her left prefrontal is pretty stronger. Now, coming to the subject-wise preferences, her commerce and humanities stands out. So her interest levels are also good. She's a right brainer, so people-centric jobs will suit her well. And also her episodic memory is really good. So she can connect to certain events and she can recall the events very effectively. And also she's into converging. So all these traits will help her in becoming a good psychologist. So we narrowed down her options to psychology. When we disclosed it to her, she was very happy and she said, this is what I was looking for. Actually, I wanted to do psychology from a long time. This was there in my mind, but the parents weren't aware of it. So the parents were also happy with this thing. And also we gave options like don't just narrow down to psychology alone. You can also do a very good anchoring. Start taking up responsibilities in the school. Whenever there is any anchoring event, please take up, please go and grab the mic and start talking. So this will help her in gaining confidence because her right processing is pretty moderate. This will help her in gaining confidence, and also event or sports anchoring roles can help her. Even a relationship manager in banks or something like that can also help her. Will suit her to a larger extent. As her prefrontals are strong, she's abstract sequential, and both her processing speeds are normal, which is pretty ideal. And coming on to the processing speed, emulator was 87 and stimulator was 12. So she needs a proper understanding of concepts, and after that, enhancing the concepts, she can do as a self-learner by referring to notebooks or by referring to any YouTube channels. She can do it on her own. So this was a suggestion, and even enrolling her into common classes will help her because the worksheets will demand repetition of concepts, basic understanding stronger, which will help her in improving her semantic memory, thereby improving her results in her examination. And coming here to a smartness profile, you can see word and music are the only smartness which stands out. So rest all has to be improved based on her word and music smartness. So the first suggestion we gave is to improve her logic smartness. Some logical games she can play. Like New York website, something she can go, and there are a lot of logical games which she can start playing at least for 10 minutes a day, which will improve her on her logical part. And also planning things ahead. That is, a previous night you have to plan for the next day. That will help her to prioritize things, draw a proper plan and what she has to do. This will help her. And she is already good in writing diaries, and also journaling will definitely help her to understand. And her episodic memory is also good. She will be great in recalling all the events, and that will give her a better understanding of herself and others as well. And body smartness, definitely she has to work on. Little skeptical about starting something, but someday she will get there. We are already following it up with her to at least start off and to be consistent with that. Okay, and for picture smart, we suggested like vision board, and for nature smart, ask her parents to take many trips like riverside or beachside, so which will enhance her nature smartness as well. Okay, and gardening was also the suggested option for this particular child. And coming to the problem solving skill, she is more of an analytical and interactive sort of person. When we balance these smartness profiles, automatically the quotients will start improving, and she can improve. This will give a balance on her emotions as well. Coming to the DISC profile, she is more of a steadiness and compliant person. So steadiness and compliance, which makes her a process-oriented person, and she always prefers a people side as she is a right brainer, and she prefers outdoor for her career choices. Here, the confidence and motivation are missing actually, which we asked her parents to give her some responsibility, give her little exposure to gain her self-confidence and to motivate her whenever she's feeling low. And also this makeup routine and all she is following to soothe her can be continued, but with a word of caution. Always use minimum products and be a conscious consumer as well. And moving on to the RIASIC model, she is more of a social person, social and compliant person. Always she would love to help others. Even now she listens to her friends' problem and she helps them a lot. So which makes her an ESFJ. What can I do for you? This is the review from her. I'm studying in class 8. I had a GBP counseling session with Soumya ma'am. The counseling gave me good clarity. I had a few questions on my future, and this helped me to understand why a particular field is suitable for me. I always wanted to do something related to people, especially psychology, and this confirmed my decision. Now moving on to the child number 3. It's 50% cognitive and 50% affective. The parents came to me for one major reason. He couldn't clear his 10th exams because of 2 subjects. So how to deal with this situation, and what best can we do in this particular 1 year, which is going to be wasted. So, and how to proceed with this future selection of courses, and what can be the direction for him. to understand that, they came to me. And as you look at his profile, apart from frontal being affective and temporal being cognitive, all the other lobes have a mix of cognitive and affective. So this was the problem for this child. He is going on a lot of chaos within him. There is a lot of confusions within him. He is unable to arrive at a decision. And if you can see the processing speed also, one is fast and one is moderate processor. It's like riding a bicycle with two different speeds, right? The left brain is pulling him faster and making him drive faster, but the back wheel is pulling him down, and he is unable to achieve what he wants to do. Coming to his lobe-wise energy levels, his right temporal has the highest energy, which makes him a good listener to his parents. And he's also a good communicator as well. I've spoken to him a lot of times. He communicates well, but little clarity is required for him, that part as well. And left prefrontal has the highest energy. It will start showing up in another 4-5 years. After that, his life will be good. And even when he enters into adulthood and at later part of his life, all these cognitive and affective will also start behaving little cognitive, and this he will have a good life after that. That realization will come, but for the time being, he is undergoing a lot of issues within him. That is creating a big problem for him as well. When you see again, temporal has highest energies and it is cognitive. This boy has this, and visuals are also strong. He's mostly distracted to his mobile. When he is hurt or when he's emotional, he watches a lot of videos, and it is very difficult for him to come out of it. That is also one major cause for this boy. He's wasting a lot of time in his mobile. That's what parents told me. The reason behind this is very evident by seeing his lobe-wise energy and adaptiveness. As he has 274 neurons, he's a challenging learner. And you can also see there is a dip in the secondary potential, which he's currently undergoing. And coming to his, as his temporals and cognitive are strong, it makes him a sensory dominant kid. And also he's a kabaddi player. I would like to say that here. If you can see, his temporals are strong, and left visual and left parietal are strong. So this makes him like left temporal give him that lung energy to say kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. And this thing like left parietal helps him in his hand-eye coordination, which is very important for this game. And left occipital, as he is having a D3 in left occipital, this makes him trick the opponent that he is going to do some action which they will be predicting, but he will end up doing it something else, which has brought more success to his teammates because of him. So which makes him a good kabaddi player. He's trying for the state level kabaddi team as well right now, and he's practicing daily by going to gym and doing all the workouts and practicing kabaddi daily. Okay. But school is a bit of challenging for him right now. And as you can see, working and sensory are good, but converting that into a long term is a problem for him. And semantic is also less, which makes him his examinations and academic performance little less. So repetitions are very much required for this boy, but he is not in a mood to do repetitions. He doesn't want to do that. When you see the subject preferences, his potential is more in vocational courses, but interests are varied, like science, maths, commerce have a balanced interest. But this boy, because of that experience, losing his 10th, so he wanted to do a vocational course now, that too not diploma. He wants, as he's a skill-based person, he wants to do ITA kind of course for electrical and electronics kind of thing. So what we suggested is like, you do some computer course because those visuals are also strong. So can do a computer course for technical designing or something like that. So which will enhance his skill, and which this 1 year won't be wasted for him, and he can continue his kabaddi practice. Next year, after completing his 10th, he can take up his ITA course. And in future, if you want to go for engineering, also you are pretty a good fit for that. That time you can do it in correspondence. That's the suggestion we gave. And as his prefrontals are strong, he is more towards abstract and abstract sequential. Sequential process and random process are fast. Here, he is little impulse as well, and all his decisions are pretty fast as his frontals are little on the weaker side. The mantra which we gave him was always think before you act, because always there is no point in acting first and regretting it later. That's the solution we gave for this boy. So now he has slowed down a little bit. To slow down, we suggested few activities which he can do, like meditation and other things. What few suggestions we gave for this child. Now coming to the smartness profile, people, body and picture needs an improvement. So people, body, anyway, he is going sports and he is meeting a lot of people now. His confidence level also has improved to a greater extent. Picture smartness, we suggested vision board for a picture smartness. So once these are balanced, obviously the quotients will be balanced for this child. And he's a good listener, so he will try at least to do that. He's not so resistant of the suggestions which we give. And he's more of an analytical nature who analyzes things and then come to a solution. But this also requires little bit slowing down to giving a pause to analyze what is there before him and taking a planned decision which will help him in the long run. Okay, and going to the this profile, he's more of a dominant person, a risk taker. Risks are calculated risks are very good compared to a blind risk taking. That is a suggestion we give here. And he's more of a goal-oriented child who loves to learn technologies to solve his problems, and he's more towards towards his career. He also, out of all the profiles we see that self-confidence is missing in all these children, which we have to give more exposures and experiences for the child to improve on their confidence levels. As he is more of an investigative nature, which makes him an ISTJ, take your time and do it right. These are the updates from the boy. Like, he has currently enrolled in a computer course to build his skills. Next year, he plans to pursue an ITI course which aligns more closely with his interest. Meanwhile, he continues his kabaddi coaching, his greatest passion. Now, moving on to the next child, the siblings. The eldest one is 100% cognitive. The parents came to me for two reasons. One is which stream to choose for her level, and the other thing is child is not listening to us. So as you can see, 100% cognitive. Sir always says we should not be a parent to these children. We should be a mentor to these children. That's exactly the suggestion what we gave for this child's parents. And secondly, let's see how we decided on the course as well. Okay, if you can see the lobe adaptiveness, almost she has a pretty good energy levels in her temporals, parietal lobes, and her left prefrontal and left frontal, I would say, which will make her very successful in her future as an adult. But right now, she has a lot of energies which has to be channelized in the proper direction. So as you can see, parietal energies are also pretty high comparatively. So we suggested like you have to take up some dance activity or something, because she was a dancer. Now she has left because of her 10th and 11th grades where she was. But we suggested to take up that activity because you enjoy dance anyways. So please do that. It will help her to channelize her energy levels. Okay. So, and she also has a pretty good occipital. Everything is well balanced. I would say left side energies are very well balanced, which makes her a left brainer, with left brain processing normal and right brain processing moderate. For this child, she has a very limited set of friends and family members whom she is very comfortable with. But with strangers, she will always shy away and in talking, and she will just move away from that place. That is the reason. So we asked the parents to give her more exposures and give her that confidence which she wants in her life. If that is taken care now, then her life will be great at a later point of time. Okay. Being a challenger learner with less adaptiveness, and there is a drop in secondary potential as well. She is having a tough time with studies right now. The problem also with her is, like, she always plans ahead. As a cognitive person, she always wants to set her challenge as what 20-year-old will do. as she's only 16, she cannot achieve that and ends up in distress. That is what is happening with this child. So we said, please plan your goals, what a 16-year-old can achieve, and accordingly you proceed, you will get success and you will not be in distress. Okay, and as her temporal, parietal, and occipitals are strong, which makes her a sensory dominant person. She is also good in kinesthetic and auditory as well. Very good listener, I would say. As she has good kinesthetics, she loves to do project, model making, everything, which her brother is also inspired by her, and he also does a lot of model making and projects, which they both are very good at. Okay, but find CBSE board little less challenging for her, but she will overcome it over a period of time. When you see her working long-term sensory memory, it's all well balanced, I would say. And for her, maths, vocational or commerce was the perfect choice. Her father was a maths professor, so his genes have come to her. She loves doing maths than science, but science also can be great. But she wanted to become an engineer. That is what was running in her mind. Said, okay, as she's a cognitive child, she knows what to do. So we said, okay, engineering is also a good choice because it suits her as well. And even banking can be a good choice for her. And after doing an engineering or commerce related courses, you can always go for an MBA entrepreneurship or something like that. So she can be a good entrepreneur as well in the later part of her life. This time, parents paused me and told that something like for the past 3-4 years, something prompted her to tell that I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to give jobs to many people. That she keeps telling often whenever she gets this thing worked up, she always tells that I want to become an entrepreneur in my life, like that. So they were also very happy listening to it. And coming to her, this thing, emulative is 56 and stimulative is 43. So she is a great self-learner. The basic understanding has to be proper. If that is strong, automatically she can enhance it over a period of time through self-learning. By referring books or by referring any YouTubes or any content related videos, she can enhance it. So she's a great self-learner as well. And coming to the smartness profile, people and picture smart requires an attention here. So she needs to be exposed outside, like she needs more exposures. What we said is like whenever your school is planning any event or any programs, please go and start organizing that. That will give her a self-confidence in dealing with people, understanding what they are trying to tell as well. That will break her ice, right? So that was a suggestion given in picture vision board we suggested. And she's more of an analytical person. Coming to her this profile, it's pretty well balanced again. She can take risk. She has the potential to take risk, and she can do well in and she always concerned about the people around her. She is always like that, and very compliant person as well, which will help her in the long run, seeing the quality rather than the quantity. And she is a very dedicated person, I would say, and she manages her time and resources pretty well, I would say. Coming to the Riasic model, she's more drawn towards artistic and investigative, which makes her an ISTJ. Her development, management and skill-based skills are very on the higher side. And comparatively, all the loops are pretty well balanced, which makes her an ISTJ. Take your time and do it right. Now, moving on to her brother's report. As you can see, it is a 80% cognitive and 20% affective, but 70% integrative with that. So all these, you can see that it is D3. As D3 is there, when they are triggered, oscillation starts. But this, at particular point of time, he is not undergoing any issues, but at later point of time, it's a caution, which we need to tell them that oscillations will be there in arriving at a decision or choosing something, what he wants. So all these problems will arrive at a later point of life. So what we suggested is always, as like last DDS session also, Lokendran sir was telling, like, if you have oscillations in your mind, always go with the first option. That will be the best. So the same thing we told this boy as well. Stop thinking and start acting. For all the other kids, we said, think before you act. But for this kid, what we said is stop thinking and start acting. That will help you overcome these oscillations. And we also instructed parents to start giving him some responsibilities and selecting things. For example, going to a shop and buying some dress, giving him 3-4 options and let him select one. All these suggestions which we give, so that it will help him in decision making going forward. Okay. And as you can see, his left temporal is the strongest and left prefrontal is the strongest. Left prefrontal and left occipital are the strongest lobes, which helps him in. This potential hasn't come out really well because he is only 13 years of age as of now. Prefrontal is yet to develop, but his temporal, he's good in articulation and very calculative as well. But because of that moderate process, again, the confidence issues he has in facing people, talking to them, expressing things out. This needs to be addressed at this particular point of time. And coming to his secondary grade potential, it is very good, and he's an accelerated learner because of his 272 neuron counts. And he's more of a sensory person and auditory person. Though he's an auditory person, he learns more through what he listens. He also does great models for science projects and everything. His projects are very good. I got to see that. It was brilliant, actually. So coming to his memory, long-term memory is really good and sensory is good. Working memory needs a little bit more focus. And also here, as he has more Ds, D has a nature of like air nature. So we suggested pranayama for this kid to reduce his oscillations and to have a clear plan and thinking. We suggested pranayama for this kid to enhance his potential. And as you can see, maths and science and commerce are the great choice for him. And he also wants to become an engineer. That too, as his left occipital is good, he wants to become a computer or AI related engineering he wants to do. So these were the options which we gave for this child. Normal and moderate. Sequential thinking is normal and random thinking is moderate. So we asked the parents to give him little challenges and little time frame to help him achieve that goal within a short period of time. So this will enhance his random thinking skills. He is very good in going step by step and solving a problem, but going the other way is also equally important. By giving him challenges and time constraints, this boy can improve on random thinking as well. So engineer, AI specialist or banking related job, cybersecurity, these were the some of the options which we suggested for this child, so that he can choose one from this option. And as you can see, his emulative is 60 and stimulative is 39.7. He is also a very good self-learner. But here the problem is like he needs a good proper understanding of the concepts. So we suggested like QMath classes will help him to understand the concepts in a better way, and later he can enhance his concepts. Here the problem with this child is he can do well in detailed answering part. But MCQs will be a challenge for him, as there are a lot of oscillations within this kit. There are MCQs will be a challenge. So to enhance that, we suggested QMath and similar classes for him, as he has to work on his MCQs more. He is high in IQ, but all the other portions need an improvement for him. People, body, music, and picture smart. So we suggested few activities like taking up a team sport, which will enhance his body and people skills as well. Learning a musical instrument, which will help him calm his mind whenever he needs whenever he's in confusion. And picture smartness, vision board will help this child. And coming to the dominance profile, compliance and dominance are the highest of him, which makes him a conscientious person. He has a good potential to lead a team, can be a great leader, but the confidence and the motivation what we give for this child matters a lot, how he can progress in the future. He is more towards compliance and investigative nature in RIASEC as well, and his management is on the higher side. And he is little higher on the judgmental side. So that was a word of caution we told. And harmony index, to improve his harmony index, pranayama was the suggestion we gave, and audio guided meditation can also help. And whatever experiences the parents give him now, to take responsibilities and give him the exposures and ask him to take some decision on his own that will really help him in the latest part of his life. He is also an ISTJ. Take your time and do it right. This was the review from the parent of both the children. This counseling session guided me in selecting the right stream for my daughter in +1, helping her overcome her confusion. It also gave me valuable insights into better understanding and supporting myself. The session provided a thorough report of my kids in understanding their strengths and weakness to greater extent. Thank you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for dedicating your time in this morning session. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Soumya. Yeah, anyone would like to give a feedback, please unmute and speak.
Sir, can I?
Yeah, please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Soumya, it's a wonderful session. It's like a career guidance session. The way you gave guidance and the feedback you got from the kids is really amazing. It's so nice in the morning having this session. It's really helpful for everyone, each and everyone here for the coming sessions. I hope you have a very good understanding of the basic report. After a long time, I think it's a very clear interpretation of the basic reports. Thank you very much for this wonderful session, Soumya. All the very best.
Thank you, Jaya. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jaya. Yeah, anyone else?
So,
Yeah, please.
Soumya, it was a great session, Soumya. You did so naturally. There was a natural flow. And I think for DDS 3, you did so much of justice because always DDS 3, sir said it has to be a child report with memory and subject preferences. And as Jaya said, it was like a counseling session for the kid. It was very nice. Thank you, Soumya. And welcome for the co-training.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Thank you,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, Vijay.
Yes, Soumya, congratulations. It was an amazing presentation, Soumya. Very
Thank you,
detailed explanation. I'm sure your clients will love to listen to your magical voice. I'm happy to see the testimonials given by students. That means they've understood so well. So keep up the good work, Soumya. Keep rocking. And we are happy to see your 4.0 very soon. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Soumya, I mean, it was so nice listening to your presentation. The reason being, you were so crisp and clear on the point, and you just gave us the connection between the lobe, the UID and the behaviors. So thank you. And I am picking up some points from your presentations to do it in my counseling sessions. Thank you so much, Soumya.
Thank you, Padma. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Padma. Yeah, anyone else?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Dr.
please. Yeah,
Soumya, it's an amazing presentation. The ability of yours to elaborate on each and every point relatably that is acceptable, understand by the client is very nice. Keep rocking, keep smiling, and keep going on serving people. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
thank,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Nitya. Yeah, good morning, Lydia.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. Lydia here. Hey, Soumya. I joined. I really wanted to catch a glimpse of your 3.0, and so I joined at the end. I'm still in the process of understanding the depth of what you're saying, but it was a great learning for me. Whatever you shared, I've taken a lot of notes. I have a lot of questions. I am very curious. But I really like the link that you gave to that child between, like, the converging and all of that that you picked up from the report into a practical thing that they can easily incorporate into their life. And I was very interested in all those simple things, because when it becomes overwhelming, it becomes like the parent is working full time, they're looking after the house, they're looking after the family and all of that, and then we as counselors, we come and put a ton of bricks on them saying you need to do A, B, C, D for the child, and that itself becomes very overwhelming. But what I liked in what you suggested was simple steps that can layer for a parent to take that one step towards the betterment of their child and bringing out their best potential. So I really picked on that. Looking forward to see more depth and more learning in this space. Thank you so much for championing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, anyone else? Right. So we come to the end of this session. Nothing need to be added upon. I think really one of the best 3.0s, I would say, because there was no misleading or overlooking or skipping some points which are to be told. I think for a 3.0, this is what we should expect, and that's has been delivered. So very good, and I'm happy that she has come back to me again as a co-trainer. She is going to support me in the coming mentoring of my mentees. She would assist me, and I am seeing sure one day she would become a trainer as well. A lot of qualities, she being a teacher herself, before taking up the family responsibilities and all. So I see a lot of material in her. Somehow I missed Bartika, who also had a similar R2 in the left frontal, and rest of them are all affected. I think I missed her as a trainer. I'm sure over a period of time, Soumya will take up that role and will do justice to that responsibility as well. So all the very best, more to learn, and keep traveling very, very systematically, religiously, and with a lot of curiosity to learn and do it. I think your small X is going to be your star in your mentoring. And I think I am very curious to see how this R2 and X1 is going to work in the whole process of building up the competency to be a great trainer. And I think all the very best for your journey with MiDNA. And you are one person who came to me as a client, and then again you came back as want to review your child's report. And I think that's where I was expecting you to come. And I think it's a great combination happening in the family, in the whole process. And I'm happy that you got a very supporting spouse who will get you the references, and you will do justice to that as well. I think good combination, and I'm sure you will do well the days to come. Good space, not too fast and not too slow, and enough number of scans and a lot better understanding. Very religious attendance for all the learning sessions as much as possible. I think all qualities that are more towards building a very competitive expert and a trainer in MiDNA. All the very best, Soumya, and rest we will see in the days to come.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wonderful words. Thank you so much.
Okay then. Okay.